Life is unpredictable, but how you prepare for the unexpected shouldn't be. Take ownership of your life planning with Policy Genius to help your loved ones have a financial safety net in case something happens to you. Whether to cover debts and routine expenses or even invest the money and earn interest over time. With Policy Genius, finding and buying life insurance is simple. You can compare quotes from top insurers and could find coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Plus, they offer life insurance policies starting at just $276 a year for $1 million in coverage. It's an easy way to feel good about and plan for the future. No wonder Policy Genius is the country's leading online insurance marketplace. Don't wait for life to make other plans. Protect your family today. Head to policygenius.com to compare top-rated life insurance policies, get your lowest quote, and make a smart move in under 10 minutes. That's policygenius.com.
Nebraska, get ready to feel the pride. Love Nebraska Volleyball is back January 2026, representing the entire state, featuring some of the best players in the world, including Nebraska's own Jordan Larson, Lexi Rodriguez, and Jay Lee Winters. Massive blocks, long rallies, and a statewide fan base that shows up loud. This is a season you don't want to miss. Tickets available now. Visit lovebnab.com/iHeart.
This is the new Weight Watchers. It works for members like JoJo, who's learning simple, healthy habits, Sharia, who's making progress with meds, and Kim, who still gets to eat what she loves. For over 60 years, we've helped millions of members find what works for them. Now, it's your turn. Watch your life open up. Watch your story shift. Watch what you're capable of. Watch it work. Get started today at WeightWatchers.com.
Why you should join the ever-growing crowd of people listening to the always free law enforcement talk radio show and podcast.
Welcome to the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show. In the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show, we are joined by special guests talking about their experiences, their realities of investigating crimes, plus those who have experienced horrendous trauma. Police, first responders, military, and victims of crime share their stories. Hi, I'm John J. Wiley. In addition to being a broadcaster, I'm also a retired police sergeant. Be sure to check out our website, letradio.com, and also like us on Facebook. Search for the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show. Of all the radio stations in the United States, there are no other shows like the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show. And on Facebook, there's only one official page. Do a search on Facebook for the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show, and be sure to like the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show Facebook page.
Podcasting goes mainstream. Why this show stands out and millions are listening. Why you should join the ever-growing crowd of people listening to the always free Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast. Podcasting is no longer a niche form of media enjoyed only by early adopters and tech enthusiasts. Year after year, awareness and consumption continue to grow, pushing podcasts firmly into the mainstream of American media. Today, 85% of people in the United States are familiar with the concept of podcasting, a figure that is up 10% from 2020. Familiarity in this context does not necessarily mean someone has listened to a podcast or understands exactly how podcasts work. Rather, it means they have been exposed to the term through advertising, traditional media, social conversations, or cultural references. That exposure matters. As podcasts are mentioned more frequently in television, radio, news outlets, and everyday conversations, familiarity continues to rise. It serves as a strong benchmark for measuring podcasting's transition out of the podcaster bubble and into general public awareness. In 2025, well over 4 in 5 Americans recognize the word podcast, a clear sign that the medium has reached mainstream consciousness. Awareness is one thing, listening is another. While familiarity shows cultural penetration, actual listening habits reveal just how powerful podcasting has become. In mid-2023, Edison Research reported a milestone moment. For the first time ever, on-demand audio, including podcasts and streaming music, surpassed traditional linear audio, such as AM/FM radio, into talk ear time in the United States. The momentum did not stop there. According to the latest infinite dial statistics released in early 2025, 70% of Americans have listened to a podcast at least once, up significantly from 55% in 2020. Monthly and weekly listenership dipped slightly in 2022 as pandemic-era habits normalized, but rebounded strongly in 2023 and has continued to grow through 2025. We will return to this special episode of the Law Enforcement Talk radio show and podcast in just a few moments.
One of the questions I get all the time is, how can I show my support for law enforcement? We're all busy. We've got busy lives, but there's something oh so simple you can do with our Facebook page. Search for Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show Facebook page. And when you see a post you agree with that resonates with you, share it, especially episodes of the podcast. To do all that, just search for us on Facebook, look for Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show, and be sure to click like.
Nebraska, get ready to feel the pride. Love Nebraska Volleyball is back January 2026, representing the entire state, featuring some of the best players in the world, including Nebraska's own Jordan Larson, Lexi Rodriguez, and Jay Lee Winters. Massive blocks, long rallies, and a statewide fan base that shows up loud. This is a season you don't want to miss. Tickets available now. Visit lovnab.com/iHeart.
Weight Watchers now offers access to affordable GLP-1s. It works for members like,
I'm Haley, and I've lost 100 pounds. Weight Watchers has everything I need, from weight loss medications to nutrition support and help with my side effects. It's all in one place.
Weight Watchers handles the insurance for you and offers affordable cash pay options. With our program, our members are losing more weight with expert nutrition and side effect support.
I'm Mike, and I've lost 135 pounds. Weight Watchers prescribing GLP-1 medications. It's been life-changing.
I'm Sharia, and I lost 80 pounds on Weight Watchers. I realized that it would take more than a prescription to lose weight and feel good on a GLP-1.
Better results, expert support, lose more weight, make it last.
I can't imagine doing a GLP-1 without Weight Watchers.
Get started for as low as $25 at weightwatchers.com/GLP-1. For over 60 years, we've helped millions of members find what works for them. Now, it's your turn. Weight Watchers. Watch it work.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to this special episode of the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast. We are talking about why you should listen to podcasts. In particular, the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast. Podcasting is no longer an experiment. It is a dominant form of modern media. So, why listen to the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast? At first glance, some may assume they already know the answer, but the reality of the show and its audience may surprise many. First and foremost, it is completely free. There is no cost, no subscription fee, no credit card required. It never has been paid content, and it never will be. Second, it is genuinely entertaining. This is not a lecture series, and it is not a sales infomercial. The show is built around personal experience stories told directly by the people who live them. That approach is precisely why it has grown into a nationally syndicated weekly talk radio show, now airing on 148 affiliate AM and FM commercial radio stations. Each week, the show reaches an estimated 48 million people across the United States, with continued growth expected. Quite simply, that level of radio expansion would not be possible if the content were dull or formulaic. The show avoids the traps that turn audiences away. There are no scripted talking points, no product pitches, and no partisan politics ever. More than a police podcast. While the title Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast may suggest a program created solely for police officers, the reality is very different. This is not a show just for law enforcement. With more than 780 free podcast episodes available and new episodes released every Wednesday and Sunday, the show offers an extensive library of real-life stories that resonate far beyond one profession. Each episode is built around real conversations, not rehearsed interviews. Guests are encouraged to share their experiences openly, allowing their stories to unfold naturally. The remaining 25% of episodes focus on crime investigations, presenting the realities of police work and criminal behavior as they truly are, not as portrayed by Hollywood. We will return to this special episode of the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast in just a few moments.
Be sure to check out our website, letradio.com. That's letradio.com. There you'll find episodes of the show available as a podcast after airing on radio. And they're always free. There's 700 plus episodes on there right now. There's blogs. Get information about our sponsors. All that and much more at letradio.com. Again, the website is letradio.com.
League One Volleyball is back. The world's best players together on American soil. This is volleyball like you've never seen before. Huge swings, massive blocks, jaw-dropping digs. A sport where every play is a highlight. League One Volleyball returns January 7th, 2026 with teams in Atlanta, Austin, Houston, Madison, Nebraska, and Salt Lake. To buy tickets, visit lovb.com/iHeart.
Weight Watchers now offers access to affordable GLP-1s.
Weight Watchers has everything I need, from weight loss medications to nutrition support and help with my side effects.
With our program, our members are losing more weight with expert nutrition and side effect support.
Weight Watchers prescribing GLP-1 medications, it's been life-changing.
Better results, expert support, lose more weight, make it last. Get started today for as low as $25 at weightwatchers.com.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to this special episode of the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast. We are talking about why you should listen to podcasts, in particular, the Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast. A familiar format with a broader audience. Popular television programs such as the Homicide Hunter and Murder Chose Me offer a useful comparison. Those shows are not created exclusively for homicide detectives or police officers. They are designed for a general audience, allowing professionals to tell real stories that captivate viewers from all walks of life. The Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast follows that same principle. While many guests are current or former police officers, their stories are shared for everyone, not just those in uniform. Proven reach and industry recognition. The show's impact is measurable. The Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast is ranked the #1 law enforcement podcast in the United States by Million Podcasts. Ranked in the top 45 law enforcement podcasts by FeedSpot, currently sitting at #3. Ranked #19 on the top 100 indie news commentary all-time chart by GoodPods. The Law Enforcement Talk Radio Show and podcast is ranked #2 in top law enforcement podcasts by GoodPods. Ranked #2 indie law enforcement podcast by GoodPods. What began as a podcast-only project eventually caught the attention of traditional radio leading to full national syndication. Today, the weekly radio show airs on 148 affiliated commercial radio stations, reaches over 48 million people, and is available via satellite and internet feeds. Beyond audio, a growing media presence. The show's reach extends far beyond podcast platforms and radio airwaves. Supporting articles are published on Medium.com, Blogspot.com, LinkedIn.com, IMDb.com, and Google Business Profiles, alongside active engagement across Facebook and other social media platforms. We also include a LinkedIn newsletter and a traditional email newsletter. The official Law Enforcement Talk radio show Facebook page alone has more than 139,000 followers, with growth averaging approximately 2,000 new followers each week. Page insights consistently show a social media reach that continues to expand at a remarkable pace. Why it matters. As podcasting continues its rise into the mainstream, listeners increasingly look for content that is authentic, unscripted, and meaningful. The Law Enforcement Talk radio show and podcast fills that space by telling real stories, without agendas, without lectures, and without barriers to entry. For those seeking compelling conversations about crime, trauma, resilience, and lived experience, the show offers one of the largest free libraries of content available today. Listeners can follow and listen for free at letradio.com and connect on Facebook via the Law Enforcement Talk radio show page. This show continues to stand out, not by following trends, but by telling the truth. So follow it today and tell a friend or two or three about the Law Enforcement Talk radio show and podcast.
League One Volleyball is coming to Minnesota in 2027. The world's best players together on American soil. This is volleyball like you've never seen before. Huge swings, massive blocks, jaw-dropping digs. A sport where every play is a highlight. To learn more and get first access, visit lovbminnesota.com/iHeart.
This is the new Weight Watchers. It works for members like JoJo, who's learning simple, healthy habits, Sharia, who's making progress with meds, and Kim, who still gets to eat what she loves. For over 60 years, we've helped millions of members find what works for them. Now, it's your turn. Watch your life open up. Watch your story shift. Watch what you're capable of. Watch it work. Get started today at WeightWatchers.com.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening. Happy holidays! Want to give your host a gift? Consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing the show this holiday season. It really helps the show grow. From all of us at Believe, have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and a happy holiday.